Hey guys, so welcome back to Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. It's chapter 6. We're about to do the final showdown with Monokuma. Kyoko's just pulled out some brilliant cards out of her sleeve, but now it's time to get the others prepared for the final battle. He's told us that we have to solve every mystery of the school, and including, Mukuro's death. I don't know how the hell we're going to come up with the answers. We've still got our truth bullets. Nope, we've only got one. Monokuma file number 5. So we need to go to the dorms and wake everyone up. Who do we start with? Byakuya. This is Byakuya's room. Is he inside?
Hey.
I don't think he's here. Come on, we need to keep looking. Makes sense. Junko, Toko. She's probably with Byakuya. This is Toko's room. Is she inside?
Hey.
I don't think she's here. Come on, we need to keep looking. One of you's gotta be home. Chihiro, Celeste. Hina? You've gotta be there. This is Hina's room. Is she inside?
Hey.
I don't think she's here. Come on, we need to keep looking. Well, there's only one person left, and that's Hiro. This is Hiro's room. Is he inside?
Hey.
I don't think he's here. Come on, we need to keep looking. Okay. They're not in their rooms. Are they in the dining room, maybe? It's typically where we used to congregate after the trials were over. And suddenly, we were greeted with... You again! 103.21255. Is he broken? I suppose his emotional instability reached its limit. 61. Jeez, what the heck?
However...
I wonder what that was all about. I couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief. Ah!
Is that Makoto?
Yes.
You guys!
It is! There's no two ways about it. That's Makoto.
Huh? You survived?
You seem happy?
Jeez. You're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
No, I'm not. Everyone was there, all my friends who had struggled together had survived. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up.
What?
Wait. What's that smell?
What the heck?
Yeah, man, that seriously stinks. It's Makoto. He smells like a wet dog. Get away! Shoo! Shoo! Never change, guys. Never change. And in a flash, my tears dried up. I still can't believe you survived. Yeah, me either. Do you realize why it is you escaped execution? It was alter ego. He saved my life.
That's right.
Not too many people can say that they had their lives saved by a computer program. I imagine it was a learning experience for you. Hiro.
Yo!
Makoto, what was it like hanging out in the spirit world? I didn't go to the spirit world.
You know?
Did you get to talk to her? Who? Miss Cleo. No, I didn't talk to her. I mean, I didn't go to the spirit world. I mean, who the heck is Miss Cleo? Hina. So what have you guys been doing while I was gone? Well, we figured that since the trial was over, we'd have access to new places again. And? No dice. All the rooms that were locked before were still locked. So there weren't any new areas. Then where can we go to find new clues? The second floor of the dormitories, right? And the chem lab? Oh, sorry, the bio lab? Ugh, you stink. Are you rotten? Rotten physically, mentally, everywhere you can be rotten. Sorry, I was rolling around in garbage for a while. The smell is so smelly. Super smelly. You smell even worse than me. Way worse than me. I win. She seems happy for some reason. Not because I'm back, but Because I stink more than her. Charming!
Makoto,
There's no time to indulge in an extended happy reunion. We need to explain to everyone what happened with Monokuma.
Yes.
Explain? Explain what? But is it okay that you're here? What if the mastermind catches you?
it's true.
That's related to what I have to tell you all. I need to tell you all about the last class trial.
Huh?
Last class trial?
In other words,
We're going to redo Mukuro's trial.
Huh?
What? Seriously?
How about that?
What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? No, I didn't do it! Like I keep telling you!
wrong.
Makoto isn't the killer. And of course, it's not me or any of you. Then, who is it?
I see.
What she's saying is, it was all the work of the mastermind.
Huh?
What? You're saying the mastermind killed Mukuro?
That's right.
It was all an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time, and did what he had to stop it.
However-
Shucks, you give me too much credit. But his decision meant that he would be the one to die.
What did you say?
You spotted the trap? Did you, Makoto? Like it's... I'm just gonna stay silent. Make it sound like it was easy. Just, you know.
However-
But executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blackened, is a clear violation of the school regulations. The rules state that only the Blackened is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules. Which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time.
Huh?
And the mastermind agreed? Does that mean they really did break the rules? They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain the leverage you needed, didn't you? How the hell are these two so smart? I have no idea.
Correct.
Very observant of you.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the last trial. When you said, now it's the mastermind that's ensnared. That's what you were referring to.
Don't be mean!
Hey, I'm totally in the dark here. For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it again. Later. So, knowing all of this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Mukuro, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind? But there's more to it than that, correct? Yeah. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school.
Huh?
Every last mystery?
But...
But we've been looking around all this time and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyway,
You've probably guessed already. But if we lose this time, everyone dies.
Oh no!
Everyone?
I
Hey,
hate you.
who said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us? I'm fine with things the way they are. I'm fine living here forever with Master. I, meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible.
anyway,
Anyway, at this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth.
Interesting.
In other words, one decisive final battle. A rather interesting development, I'd say.
But...
But figuring out who the mastermind is, and how they killed Mukuro, and the school's mysteries? It's a pretty tall friggin' order. Maybe. But this time the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve all those mysteries. I'm not so sure about that. Oh, great. You signed us up for something you're not so sure about, Kyoko? Really? Huh? I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. You can't agree? Why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries.
indeed.
That's what I thought too, at first. Until Monokuma gave us that little hint of his. Hint? It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but... Okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but... This killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
I see.
Monokuma said that, did he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable.
Huh?
But why?
So in
If
other
the
words...
mastermind really is the one who killed Mukuro, as Kyoko says, then the mastermind would have had to set foot in this school, right? Meaning the mastermind is a student. Monokuma could probably murder Mukuro, but there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
In other words...
But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students who have been taking part in the killing game. Then, the mastermind is... There were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. Add in Mukuro and you get 16. So the mastermind would have to be one of them.
That's right.
And of those 16 people we started out with, the only ones still alive are the people standing right here. Need I continue, or do you get it now? You're saying the mastermind is one of us? Shit.
No way!
You can't be serious. Wait. We can't say for sure that's true yet. Monokuma might have just said all that to confuse us.
Indeed.
Is that where Junko comes in? Mukuro's not actually dead? It's certainly a possibility, but only one among many. The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that one possibility we can't ignore. Yeah, I mean, they're an ultimate, right? The ultimate despair. So they must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible. But if one of us was the mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But did you ever see anyone acting suspicious any time Monokuma was active? I don't remember.
Well,
Maybe they snuck off and controlled him in secret.
but...
I don't care how sneaky you are. We would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
I'm right,
And then maybe Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand. Who controls Monokuma during the trial? Is that the way they get away with participating in the trial? Because, like I said, it's this regulation here that I've been having trouble with for quite some time now. Not that one. Not that one. Where is it? Can't find it now. Oh, it will be later on. Once a murder takes place, a class trial will begin shortly thereafter. Participation is mandatory for all surviving students. Right? This is the one regulation that's been bugging me for so many episodes now. Does that mean Monokuma counts himself as participating in the trial? So technically, he's in the trial, right? In that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us. Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of the conversation. Also, that other regulation, sleeping anywhere other than dormitories, right? Sleeping anywhere other than the dormitory will be seen as sleeping in class and be punished accordingly. I'm gonna guess that the mastermind, who I'm still suspecting is Mukuro, was asleep in the second floor dormitory, so we need to get up there. Well, maybe, but still. It's the nighttime announcement, right? Not the class trial.
This is a school announcement. You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode. So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school.
Wow!
Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit.
That's awfully generous of you.
Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
That's suspicious.
Hmm?
How very magnanimous of him to unlock all the rooms.
That's fine.
The time for talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation. But I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyway.
In the name of my family.
At this point, I can only rely on myself, on the Tagami blood flowing through my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility.
Goodbye.
Well then. After making his final statement, Byakuya left the dining hall. Master, he didn't take me with him.
Hey,
Do you blame him? Without Master, the rest of you are like coffee with cream without the cream, or coffee. You're totally useless. So, bye. With that, Toko trudged out of the dining hall. Great. Come on, I thought we were supposed to work together. And now she's gone. And you're gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko?
Indeed.
That's right. Which just leaves Makoto, Hina, and me.
you know?
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too.
Just a second!
Wait, how come?
How about that?
Just wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity. Laughing loudly, Hiro left the dining hall. Everyone's really gonna go off by themselves? You can come with me. What about you, Hina? I guess I'll do the same thing. Oh, man.
But,
I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know? But-
I mean,
Up until now, I haven't really been all that useful. I just depended on Sakura and everyone else. You're not useless. If you hadn't been here, I would have died.
Huh?
Makoto! That's really nice of you to say.
but,
But still, I know I've mostly been totally useless.
okay.
So I figure, at least here at the end, maybe I can find something that will help us all get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. Okay, see you later. Hina was in surprisingly high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall. And once again, it's just us two.
Indeed.
Well, so you're gonna go off on your own too, right, Kyoko?
However,
Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our own searches separately doesn't mean we can't still work together.
so...
That goes for all of us. I think I see what you mean. Doing our own investigating doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should just see it as us splitting up to cover more ground. And then we can get back together and share what we found. Yeah, that's right.
So then,
And we can all hear each other's ideas and different conclusions, right? Well, I'd better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check.
correct.
Monokuma said all the doors in the school had been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. We can visit all the places we couldn't go before.
Makoto.
No matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth, by any means necessary. With that, Kyoko was gone, leaving only me. I don't have any time to waste either. I have to begin my search. I still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us, so that's what I have to prove. I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity, and solve the mystery of the school. And then we can all escape together. Oh boy. I guess I'll start by taking another look at Mukuro's Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time, with a knife, which went completely through the body. Then it couldn't really be Junko then, could it? Because she was stabbed multiple times with spears. Shit, well that goes that theory out the window, but it looked like her. Those boots, and the hair. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old, that's what I thought. Unless those are the wounds he's talking about. Am I just getting misled here by the stabbed a single time? I don't know. Once we find out who killed Mukuro Ikusaba, then we'll know who the mastermind is. So, where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? I guess I should start with the rooms that were locked up until now. The headmaster's room, the biolab, and the door in the data center with Monokuma's face on it. That's true. Oh, and the second floor of the dorms where the gate was down before. That should be open now, right? After that, I'll have to double check the areas that are connected to the murder. Which means the garden and the dojo. Okay, time to get started. Here we go. Places to check has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Alright. Start with the dorms, it's the closest, and that's the one thing I want to study. The 16th student had to be staying up here. The gate's open. We can finally check out the second floor of the dorms, which means I have to do it. Whoa. This is the second floor of the dorms? Looks like some ancient ruins. Or no. It's more like a battlefield. Like a bomb blew up here or something. Okay. Well, there's a pile of rubble blocking off most of it. So a lot of the rooms we can't really check out. But there is one room here. This one here. Okay. There's no nameplates on the doors. But the bathrooms. Whoa. What the hell is that? What? Jeez. Okay, well, we've got a lot of ground to cover. Let's start with this and work our way backwards. Okay. Well, this is a tidy place. This room doesn't really feel like a student's room. This must be the headmaster's room. It has a more adult atmosphere.
Correct.
It's the headmaster's private room. Kyoko!
Indeed.
I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret. So I decided to check it out one more time. Huh? A regret? Kyoko looks almost meek right now. She must be thinking about something. I probably shouldn't bother her. Okay, well, let's investigate. Is this like a hidden panel in the door? In the wall, sorry, not the door. Huh? There's a strange gap in the wall. Is Is it some kind of design mistake? Or a construction defect or something?
So...
There's a gap here, but not just any normal gap. I can feel a breeze coming out. A breeze?
Indeed.
There's likely an open space on the other side of this wall. Open space? Does that mean... You mean, like, a hidden room? I think I might know how to open it. You know how to open it? Did you figure out some kind of trick or something?
Indeed.
A very easy trick, yes. So easy, I'm not sure you can even call it a trick. I saw a program on that PC that I think controls it. Enter the right password, and the door should open right up.
However...
But I don't have a clue what that password might be. All we know is that it's probably made up of letters and or numbers. We can't really go from there. You're right. It's not nearly enough to go on.
It's true.
I looked through all those paperwork, all the files on the PC, everything I could think of. I learned more about him than I had any desire to, but nothing that might have been his password. When I think of how much time I wasted on this, what could his password be? Surely we could figure it out. A leather chair. I can't imagine a student using something like this. It must have been the headmaster's. It's the computer itself. There's a PC on the desk. It must have belonged to the headmaster.
It would seem...
Whoever used this last. It looks like they were very interested in the ultimate despair. The PC still has some search results left on it. Then we might be able to get some info on the ultimate despair?
However...
There's not much though. Nothing we don't already know.
In other words...
The ultimate despair isn't one individual, but instead points to some kind of group. That group is responsible for the tragedy, which happened 1 year ago. They're the worst sorts of people, whose driving force comes from despair.
However...
And that's all there is. Not much to it, is there? But I guess that's the best he could do, as a complete Kirigiri failure. But any information about the mastermind is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever info we can get our hands on.
Correct.
I see. That's a good outlook to have. The ultimate despair has been added to the truth bullet section. They're a group of people, supposedly. Jeez. So there's a hidden room she couldn't get into? That's what she meant by regret. I think we can assume that there must be some kind of clue waiting in there. But maybe for her, there's more to it than that. Anyway, if we want to get in there, we need to figure out the password. But if Kyoko can figure it out, no way do I stand a chance. No. Wait. There might be a chance. The other locked rooms. The password could be something Kyoko wouldn't have thought of. Or something she didn't want to think of. For example, her name? What about your name?
What?
Huh? Oh, sorry, I was just trying to think of what the password might be. I'm sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. After the way she talked about her dad, the idea that he would use her name as his password, knowing how she is, I bet the idea never even occurred to her. Do you mind if I try it? Just to be sure?
Well?
It's not like you need my permission. If you want to try it, try it. Do whatever you want. Okay. Will this work? You know, I'm glad I thought of trying Kyoko's name, but if that's not it, that might just hurt Kyoko even more. Shouldn't have told her.
Hey.
If you're worried about me, Makoto, don't be. I already know that your guess is wrong. Okay. In that case, here goes nothing. I collected myself, then turned to face the computer monitor. Let me just type the password here. Typed in her full name, Kyoko Kirigiri. My hands were tense, slightly trembling, and as I finished typing it in... Well! That worked. What? That did it? Kyoko, it worked! She's not impressed.
Why?
Kyoko? Without looking at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. She looked grim. Kyoko, wait up! Hey, Kyoko. I may as well not even have been in the room. Her gaze was fixed on only one thing. A present? It could be a booby trap, you know. Wrapped and covered with such joy. That's what made it so unusual. There's a picture here of her, I guess? I'd better check out that suspicious present before I do anything. There's a brightly colored box here. It seems totally out of place in here. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Should we open it? I'm getting a kind of a bad vibe from it. But I mean, we can't not open it. Okay.
Makoto,
Be careful, Makoto. Why? You think it's dangerous? No, not dangerous. But surprising, probably. Huh?
it would seem...
If it is what I think it is, at the very least, it's not something you'll be happy to see. Wait, so you know what's in there?
Anyway,
Just don't scream or anything, okay? Is it the headmaster's head? Is this like 7? Are you saying it's something that'll make me want to scream? Okay, I'm just gonna open it. Step by heavy step, I approached the box. I took a deep breath, then took hold of the lid. Slowly, ever so slowly, I lifted it up. Light began to sneak its way into the box. I stole a hesitant glance inside and... Kyoko's advice was no use. I let out a trembling cry. Ah, shit. It's skull. What was in the box? It was bones. Human bones. That was the last thing I expected to find in such a bright, joyful box. I mean, who could have possibly imagined?
I see.
Just as I thought. What? What do you mean, just as you thought? Just as you thought? How could you have known that? I mean, there were bones in there. Human bones!
Wrong.
Well, it's not that I was thinking of the bones specifically. I just had a feeling it would be his body. That's pretty much the same thing. A dead guy in a box? My father. Huh? What about him?
Correct.
What you found in the box? Those bones? That body? That's my father. How do you know? Or at least, what's left of him. Are you serious? This is Kyoko's dad? The same man she's been searching for? Hold on, how can you know that for sure? How do you know that's him?
So...
Given all the information we have already, that's the only possible answer. So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in the school right now. It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but... Okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began, right, are those 16 students. No headmaster. Alter Ego said that the headmaster was probably here in the school, but the only ones who were alive at the start of the killing game were us 16 students. When you put those two ideas together, it doesn't take much to assume
In other words...
that most likely, my father was in this school, but he was also dead. That's my assumption anyway. As Kyoko explained in her analysis, she was completely calm. Or, no, she wasn't calm. She was only trying to seem calm. She said it was just as she thought. So she knew it was a possibility, but I have to believe that at some point she wanted to be proven wrong. Which is why she never looked in the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. I know Kyoko said she wanted to see her father so she could cut off all ties, but was that all there was to it? I gave up some of that pride. In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. Would she really give up her pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder. Hidden room present has been added to the truth bullet section. Photo. Huh? This picture. It's all faded. It must be pretty old. Wait, is this a picture of... Hey, Kyoko? Yeah, I know, right? You're smiling. It's crazy.
Why would you...
Well, this is annoying. I came here to cut myself free of the past, and yet... to now find something like this? So what do you expect me to do now? Then I was right. It's a picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. Knowing the headmaster had this picture all this time, he must have really cared about her.
Why?
What? I wanted to face him and tell him myself. To cut him out of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason I came here. And now he's abandoned me again. And this time, he even stole the only opportunity I had to move on. Has there ever been a worse father? Kyoko. Photo of Kyoko and Headmaster. Damn, we're collecting a lot of bullets here. How relevant is this all going to be? I suppose we do have to solve all the mysteries. The Headmaster's desk. It's probably hiding some kind of clue. So I really want to check it out, but I really don't want to touch Kyoko's dad's desk without her permission.
Hey,
Don't worry about me. Feel free to look around as much as you like. Are you sure?
because...
Never let anything get in the way of an investigation. I don't. Okay then, if you don't mind. Starting from the top, I opened all the desk drawers and looked inside. I rummaged through each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents. But in the last drawer... Huh? Is this... It's an e-handbook, right? And it has a label on it that says, in case of emergency. I'd found some kind of emergency handbook in the headmaster's desk.
In other
A
words,
handbook with no limitations, given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. I'm assuming that's what that is. I think you're probably right.
it would seem...
It might prove useful as we continue our investigation. Why don't you hold on to it? Huh? But Kyoko, I don't need it. If you don't want it, go ahead and leave it here. Then I'll guess I'll take it. Is it really okay? Headmaster's e-handbook.
Hey,
Listen, Makoto? Huh? Can I ask you a favor? A favor? What is it? You're not gonna let me die again, are you?
so...
I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this, and I know it'll only inconvenience you that much more, but
Hey,
could you leave? Huh?
correct.
Just for a little while. I'd just like to be alone for a bit. Kyoko, don't worry, I'm fine. I just need to calm down a little. I
Just a
need to
second.
get my emotions in order. You know, Kyoko, you told me before about the relationship you had with your dad. How you're only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. But maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again someday. Is that what you were going to say? If so, it's just a theory. And this isn't an issue that can be settled with theories. That picture doesn't change the facts of what happened, what I went through. That problem can't be solved so easily. You're right. I'm sorry.
Anyway,
Once I've got myself under control, I'll return to the investigation immediately. So please, just give me some time to myself. Okay, I understand. Then, I'll see you later. Alright. Shit. Okay, well that's just another mystery to add to the pile that we have to solve, isn't it? Is she really okay? Kyoko. It must have been a complete shock to her. I mean, it was a shock to me. To find out what happened to the headmaster. There's no doubt the mastermind performed that evil deed. They killed the headmaster. Killed Kyoko's father. They killed him. The headmaster is dead. The one leading the Hope's Peak staff, the one who finalized the plan to isolate you, was the Hope's Peak headmaster. So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in the school right now. But we were wrong about that. The headmaster wasn't the mastermind, which means the mastermind's true identity is... It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but... Okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. 15 of us met in the main hall. Add Mukuro to the mix, and you get 16. And including me, only 6 of us are still alive. Everyone else is dead. Even Mukuro. Even she's undeniably dead. So the ones still left alive are... me, Byakuya, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and Kyoko. Only those 6 people are still alive. Then there's no question. Wait, no, that can't be. I refuse to believe it. There has to be some other way. There just has to be.